we're back with another episode.
Anyway,
give the people
what they want.
Hola, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome back to another episode of the Face Off Pod. I'm the Fowler.
Me llamo Monica.
You, wait, one more time.
Me llamo. Me llama. Because I'm a girl.
Oh, good. That's how that works.
Conjugation.
That was beautiful. We should only speak in Spanish now.
Oh, God, no.
Welcome back, everybody, to your favorite day of the week. Tuesday, if you're a writer.
The day that the
probably
Lord has
Thursday or Friday, if you're slow.
Yeah.
Slow to pick up on what we're putting down. But we're back with another episode of The Face Off.
Yes, we are. How was your week this past week?
Y'all.
Okay.
I worked.
Oh, yeah. You're coming off that high of working like 30 days in a row, right?
12 like American days.
As opposed to Canadian?
Yes. 12 okay. Do you know when I was little, I'd ask my mom why, like on back of books, it says like it's $10 in the US, but $12 in Canada. Yeah. I'd be like, why is it $12 in Canada? She'd be like, we work harder.
Wow. Okay. Wow. All right.
I haven't done the research on this. Like I don't have any of the background information, but I would say working 12 days in a row is neo-slavery.
Neo-slavery.
It just ain't right.
Okay.
How can you expect me to show up at the same place every day for 12 days and do work?
And be happy.
And God.
Yeah.
It was awful. I worked 12 days in a row because I worked a week through, worked the weekend, and then the week after.
And no other hospital does this.
No.
But and the one that she works at or that I used to.
I was pretty strong until day 10.
Yeah.
Like a ton of bricks had hit me. I hit a wall. 11, had a mini breakdown, wasn't hot.
Yeah.
12, I got through, but it was sheer luck. So
it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah. It's safe to say I did absolutely nothing the last 2 days. Just laid around and let my...
You have to recoup, though.
Yeah.
You got to recoup.
I let my consciousness return to my body.
Well, that's a good thing.
And yeah, I did... What did I do? I went to the movies Thursday night. Here's the funny thing. I was so tired, right? I was at work all during the day and like the weekends I worked, but did my ass stay home?
No.
Not
at all.
Of course I had to go out.
You had just enough energy to go out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm already tired.
Yeah.
So I might as well just have fun and be tired.
What did you go see?
I went to see Spider-Man.
There's another one?
Yeah. The new one just came out.
I don't like Spider-Man.
What do you mean you don't like Spider-Man?
I don't like Spider-Man, Batman, Wonder Woman.
Oh, you don't like good things, fun things.
I don't like those. I like Marvel.
Spider-Man is Marvel.
I know, but I don't like that one because it's they keep telling it. It's almost like the Fast and the Furious. They keep telling the story over and over and over again, and I'm like, there's too many.
So you don't like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, or like Spider-Man itself?
I don't like Spider-man itself. I mean, I like it because my nephew, he loves Spider-Man.
You didn't like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, none of them?
No. Mm-mm.
Fuck. Okay.
Not at all.
Great. Well, then maybe don't go see it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, good for you, but was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, that's good.
So I saw Spider-Man, went out,
awesome.
got dinner, got drinks, did things. Probably added to my delusional self at the end of the
tiredness?
week. Yeah. What are you going to do? I'm 27. I'm young. I'm here to party.
Yeah, okay.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
If you ask me enough, I will say yes.
I don't even think people have to ask you enough. It's just they ask you one time and you're just like, yeah, no, but yes.
If you catch me at the right moment, I'll say yes to anything. So
okay,
I'll reflect on that for the new year.
Please do.
My week was fine though. How was yours?
My week it ended very well. I'll just say that. There are things that I obviously can't go into, but it ended very well. And it's about to be a Merry Christmas. That's all I'm gonna say. And a Happy New Year. I almost lost my shit at work too. It was just
maybe it's just
lot.
a week for everybody.
I think so. I think it's how when you get ready to go to like have some days off because there's another big holiday that's coming. Because I'll be off for Christmas Eve and Christmas, thank God. And Christmas is on Saturday, so most people should be off. But anyway, I think when that happens and you have those big holidays back to back to back, you're just ready for the next one, and so everybody's just like hypersensitive, and you're just ready for everything to just be over and just done. So that's kind of
there's something about the end of the year.
Yes,
it's like a pot boiling over. Everyone's ready to just be done
and you're trying to purge everything out too. Like I've been doing a lot of like cleaning and trying to like get my house together and throwing out stuff and shredding of papers and receipts and bills and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to do all of that as well too. So it's just like never any time. There's no time.
There isn't. So. At work, they sent out an email because we're a stroke hospital.
Yeah.
So there always there always has to be PTOT there in case the stroke eval comes in. And so they sent out an email and was like, hey, We don't have an OT for Christmas Day. Taking volunteers. I'm like, y'all know good and damn well.
Who the fuck?
No one's going to volunteer for that.
Isn't they gonna randomly pick somebody? They might select you and be like, "Oh, you don't have kids. Oh, fuck you."
Probably. You don't have children. I'm like, I'm gonna be out of state, out of commission,
and I will call right on in.
Don't have no.
Yeah, I will call right on in.
I'm not afraid of a call in anymore.
Me neither.
What are they gonna do? Fire me? I'll work from home like everybody else.
Well, with this new Omarion period going on, you may get your wish.
Brilliant so segue. All of New York, is positive
for Omarion? We know it's Omicron, but we keep calling it Omarion.
I've called it everything but.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like Omicron. I almost like Omega better. It sounds scarier. Omnificent.
But that means that it's the end, because Omega in Greek is the end.
Oh, that's well, like maybe we should have named it that then. We could be done.
We could be done. I doubt it. They're going to come up with something else. You know, it's like the hurricanes. They have it alphabetically. So, you know, there's still a couple more. You got probably Zeta.
But we went from D to O.
That's very true. They skipped a few in there.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah. But yeah, everyone's got it. I've seen it all over TikToks, the Instagrams. Everyone's testing positive. There's different symptoms, I think, with this one.
Really? What is it? Death? Still?
Whoa. I think more like headache and migraine. And
wasn't that the same with all the other ones?
I didn't have it. I don't know.
I never had it either. Thank God. Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
And then even, what's his name? Dr. Fauci said that, what did he say in the press conference? He said that this is actually the worst variant, and it's actually worse than Delta.
They always say that. Every time it comes back, they're like, oh, this is worse than the last one.
Well, you have to go from D to O in the alphabet. It's clearly worse. Duh, Dr. Fauci. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Oh, but man, I'm ready for this shit to be over.
I did see videos about this. I don't understand. Like, here's my thing, but why is New York just being singled out? Like, I mean, because you have other hubs of places like California, you got Atlanta, you know, where all those, especially international flights and all that kind of stuff. San Antonio, we actually got our first case this past week.
I did see that. So the hospital down the street. Maybe it's because New York is colder and more things are done inside.
What do you mean?
I don't know. More people are congregating inside. LA is a little more open. Other places are a little more open. Yeah,
but New York's cold. Bacteria usually doesn't fester in cold places.
But people get sick because when it gets cold, you stay inside, and then everyone's inside in a small space together.
I guess.
My aunt told me that the flu's coming back too.
It never left.
I know, but it's really, because you remember for a couple of years the flu was just whatever. Then right before COVID, everyone was dying from the flu. Then there wasn't a lot of the flu last year. It was mostly COVID. Flu's coming back.
Because I worked in the ICU and worked with ECMO, the flu has been popping since like 2018.
That's true.
Because we've had a lot of young people come in and die from the flu. And then there was this novel coronavirus that was going around before the actual COVID-19 happened. And we were just like, oh, people kept saying, oh, it's not the Wuhan one. It's not the Wuhan one.
We're like, who the fuck's been to Wuhan?
Exactly. Like, where is that even on the map? But yeah, it was weird. But speaking of other crazy things at work, did you hear about... yet another beautiful hack that these hackers did? They hacked Kronos.
Okay. For the better or the worser?
For the worser.
Oh no. See, my dream would be like, we hacked Kronos and we made it look like everyone worked 75 hours last check.
No. These people literally, I don't know who these hackers are now. I felt like we asked you guys last week very intently and very specifically of what to hack. We gave you specific instructions, and we just said the greatest FU to the United States is to wipe out everybody's student loans. And you guys said, hey, you know what we're going to do? Kronos. Why? Like, inquiring minds want to know why.
Maybe they're just testing it out.
So for those that don't know what Kronos is like a national, I don't know if it's international, I think it might just be national, a national like recording program for people's time. So like PTO, your actual documenting your time, 40 hours a week, you go in there and that's how people get paid.
Punch
and clock, exactly. So you have like your little punch clock that you slide your little badge or whatever, you punch your little number in. That's basically how workers are paid. So most companies, like if you have at least, I would say honestly, at least 200 to 300 employees, most companies are using Kronos. I know my job uses Kronos. Your job uses Kronos as well too. I mean, there are certifications in Kronos. Most places use Kronos. So they literally hacked it where people could not get in and document Kronos. So which means if you don't document Kronos, then people can't get paid.
Anarchy.
It's insane. But you know what I think? I was talking to my cousin about this past week, and I was telling her that I really feel like whoever these hackers are, they're getting ready to hack some real shit.
This is probably just testing the water.
Yes, because remember they first tried it out with oil. And they were like, oh, okay, let's hack the oil fields and the oil rigs and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, ooh, let's hit Kronos. And then I can guarantee you, and FBI, if this happens, this is not me because I'm not computer savvy like that. I can almost guarantee you they're going to hack a hospital.
I was just about to say, do you remember, were you there when we were getting all those emails that were like, be on alert for a cyber hack, a cyber attack?
Well, because remember the episode of Grey's Anatomy that came out, I think it was a couple years ago, where they literally hacked the hospital and none of the staff could get into the Pyxis to give meds and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So
all of everything in the hospital is
on computers.
When
the server's down, you can't get into anything.
When I tell you the minute our computer starts running slow or I can't get in, I'm like, oh, gotta clock out.
Can't do anything. No, you can't because your Chrono's not working.
My job is literally physically to just go in and see the patient. I'm like, well, don't know anything about him. Can't go see him. Don't trust it.
Listen,
give me an excuse.
I will take that all the way up to the chain. Like, this is unsafe. How am I going to treat my patients? And I don't know what they're allergic to. Monica, you're not giving them meds. That's not the point. It doesn't matter.
They could have a prior medical history that is of the utmost importance, and I don't have access to that information. We could read the hard chart. No. Who uses the hard chart?
Nobody. You can't even read half that stuff that's in there. I don't know what they're doing. What's their vitals immediately? I need to know all this stuff. And you're just like, I do not have the resources to do my job successfully. It's wonderful when anytime a server goes down. That's what happened at my job earlier in the week too. Nobody's computer was working. The whole server was down. I was like, yes, thank you, Jesus.
Yes. It's like when the projector at school doesn't work or something.
Yes.
Or they can't log on to the internet, so you guys just have to like watch a VHS tape.
That was my life. So we didn't have computers. The internet wasn't around when I first started school. So yeah, no.
What?
No, the internet was like created, and I think we started using we had to dial the World Wide Web. I think I was a sophomore in high school.
What?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I was like 2000. Because all you could do was get on like Yahoo and AOL. I don't even think Yahoo was around. It might have been just AOL was the big thing, and then like you can go on like little games and play Snake. That was about it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Nobody had internet like that.
How did you like
live?
Look stuff up.
You had to go to the Dewey Decimal System to the library. What the hell? Do you know the Dewey Decimal System?
I've heard. I mean, I don't know it. It's not like if you showed it to me, I'd know what to do. I'd probably figure it out. I know it's how you find books.
No, you had to go to the library and you had to look it up by the Dewey Decimal System in the back of the book and your numbers chronologically, and you had to. That's how you looked up stuff.
That is so
We had atlases and encyclopedias. That's how you looked up stuff. You didn't have Google when the internet first came out. They did eventually put like an Ask Jeeves, but at a certain point, Ask Jeeves couldn't answer your questions.
The internet didn't know?
No. Somebody had to input that stuff in there, right?
I remember in like first or second grade, or it had to have been, maybe. Like we had to write a paper using books. Maybe it was fourth or fifth grade. We wrote a paper using books and articles, but it was because they wanted us to know how to not use the internet. But the whole time I was just like, I could just look this up on the internet. Why aren't we looking this up?
We didn't have an internet when I was in school to look up stuff. So if you had to do research, you had to take your ass to a library. And guess what you had to do? You had to look it up.
What if you couldn't find it in the book?
Oh, well.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And this makes sense. And
an atlas. You went to an atlas.
And I'm sure if I thought about this, like total sense. But now you telling me and me thinking of myself having to actually do it. Yeah. How many books did you have to check out?
Well, I mean, most of the time you just try to do your stuff there. And of course there were no cell phones like that. So you couldn't take a picture of it. So you had to hand write everything down.
That's why y'all are so much smarter.
Yes. Because we had no choice but to be.
Wow, you had to like sit down with like 8 books and you had to first read everything to figure out what the hell was going on and match up that book with that. Oh my God. Absolutely. That's why we're stupid now.
Yes. That's why Gen Z is. Yeah. That's why y'all don't know nothing because everything is convenient for you all.
Yeah, because I have 9 tabs open. Y'all had like 5 books in front of you.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, my parents, even growing up, my parents had like a whole bookshelf of nothing but encyclopedias. And I mean, I don't even know why my dad got these but sometimes they did help with like certain projects that we had to do in school. But yeah, you had to go to an encyclopedia and look up different books.
When I think of having to do that, I think of like the 70s and the 80s.
No, honey. That was in the 90s as well.
That is insane.
Yeah, because you were born in the mid to early 90s.
Yeah.
So yeah. No. We had to actually look shit up. And there were index cards that people, wrote on and you had to check a book out of the library. Remember that?
Yeah.
You probably don't. Do you?
Well, we would scan it, but yeah.
No, we didn't have a scanner. The little librarian, she wrote on the little card and gave it to you, and then you brought it back, and then she would stamp it when you brought it back.
Well, it's just like honor system.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay. Yeah. They couldn't trace you. They had no address information. So if you stole a book, you just stole it.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what we were talking about, how we even segued on that point. But
I cannot believe you had to look stuff up and you're almost my age. That's insane.
I'm only 10 years older than you, but yeah, totally different lives.
This puts so much in perspective because I feel like there's people a little bit older than you that don't know how to use technology, and it's so frustrating to me because I'll be like, just figure it out. Just Google it. Like you can Google if you're on the phone and you're having trouble with the phone, you can Google on the phone what to do with your phone problem.
But no, when you had to search, when you literally had to hand search everything, like even like different news articles, like there was like this, it almost looked like a projector kind of thing, but it was much older. And you had to sit at this little table with this huge computer and you had to scroll through the newspaper from back in the day. Before. No, we use it in real life all the time to look up certain things that happen.
Oy vey.
Yeah. But I think that's why the generations clash all the time, because it's just like y'all want stuff so readily available and y'all don't want to work for shit.
No, because we never had to. Well, I've never had to.
Exactly. You guys are spoiled brats.
Anything I want to know, I can Google. Anything I want to know how to do, I can look up on YouTube.
There was no YouTube.
That's insane. That makes more sense to me than no Google, but
hence why I don't like texting. Because there was no such thing as texting. I mean, we had two-way pagers and you would dial the number and put in your little message or whatever for them to call you back.
I think just like growing up with the internet, with technology the way it was, my attention span's like microscopic.
Yes.
So a text message allows me to say what I need to say and send it and know that it's been sent and it's somewhere and then forget about it if I need to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Most Gen X millennials, we like to, well, I won't put that on a lot of people. I think Gen X mostly likes to talk on the phone versus text.
Well, and if I'm texting you, I can be doing like 6 other things. I can be texting you and checking this and doing that and walking around. Yeah, but if I'm on the phone, I feel like I'm stuck.
No, you can walk around. Like, especially too.
Walk around and do what? What do you walk around and talk on the phone for?
If I'm washing dishes, if I'm cooking, I got shit to do at the same time. To sit here and keep stopping and talk to you.
That's why I say, hey Siri, send a text.
She's listening.
Oh, she's listening. No, stop.
No, definitely not. I don't even know how we got on that subject, but anyway, nostalgia. Clearly, we're still.
Oh, Kronos.
Oh, Kronos. Yes. So hopefully everybody gets paid this week. Who has Kronos?
Listen. With a wheeze, I'll tell you. If I don't get paid, I'm quitting my job. I don't know. I'm not showing up. If you're not going to pay me for the job, I'm not showing up.
I'm not going to quit. You just better find that money somewhere. All I know is my money better be direct deposited.
I have things to do, places to be. I have a schedule. I'm planning on that check. I need the check.
Listen, when you got a mortgage, it's very different. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I do have a mortgage, but I'm just like, yeah.
Well, speaking of some other things that are shut down besides Kronos, did you hear about the Colorado trucker shutdown that's going on?
Yo.
So for those that don't know, Colorado, it's not because Colorado is doing anything crazy. Well, kind of technically. Anyway, so there was a young man who, let me pull this up real quick.
The story is so sad.
It really is. So unfortunately, there was this young man who, his name is, I'm trying to look at his name. Rohel. Okay.
Oh my God.
It's a Hispanic name. Y'all know I can't pronounce it. I can barely speak Spanish. Anyway, Mr. Medeiros. Medeiros? How you say that? I don't fucking know. Where am I looking? Right here. Medeiros. Okay. So
Rohel Medeiros.
Right. So basically back in 2019, he was involved in an accident that unfortunately claimed the lives of 4 people. He was driving an 18-wheeler. And so,
which like insane.
It is, but at the same time, so what actually ended up happening, it was an accident that happened. 4 people were killed, unfortunately, or lost their lives as a result of that. He was arrested, charged, and he was just sentenced to 110 years in prison for this accident. And as a result of that, a lot of the trucking industry has basically stood in solidarity with him to say that if his sentence is not overturned, they are not moving their trucks. So nothing is going in or out of Colorado at this point. So literally on the news and, on social media, you've seen all these pictures and videos of, all of these 18-wheelers just backed up for miles and miles and miles. So, and they're standing in solidarity with him.
What a stand to take right before the holidays too.
And we're already in a logistical nightmare with supply chains.
But I'm just thinking, like, if I'm a truck driver right before the holidays, I must be very dedicated to this cause to be like, I'm gonna put my job on the line for this.
Well, supply and demand. So they're gonna up the prices for everything.
That's true.
And they're gonna be willing to pay 18-wheelers who are actually don't care about this and who actually want to move freight.
I think someone was saying that, he was his brakes failed. That's why this happened. And there's all these exit lanes that he could have taken. I just don't know how I would respond if my brakes went out and I was hauling a big ass truck.
I just think too that people, and this is not to defend him because I don't know all the specifics of this case, but I do know with 18-wheelers, one of my good friends, her mother used to drive 18-wheelers, and she actually got it. But it was dope until it wasn't dope, because she literally got in a truck accident where her company sent her out in the snow, and the snow was so bad that I guess the 18-wheeler, for what she was telling me, what I can remember because it's happened so long ago, but from what ended up happening, her cargo truck T-boned her and trapped her in, and she ended up like breaking her hip. Yeah, she had to end up having hip surgery and everything else because of that accident. And I think she sued the shit out of her company too for sending her out there like that. But anyway, the thing is too, with these 18-wheelers, I think people don't really understand the physics behind it. And not that you have to understand physics, but if you are literally driving something that's, 50 tons or whatever, you don't have a regular brake system like a Honda Civic. That's not how that works. So when truckers tell you to, if you're going to cut in front of them, do that like 5 football fields, they literally mean that for a reason, because if at any point in time they have to slam on their brakes, their car is not just going to stop. That truck is not going to stop. Sometimes they're carrying 80,000 pounds, and I don't think people really understand what 80,000 pounds looks like. So they're just like, oh, I can just cut real quick in front of them. Okay. And then when you're dead, don't be mad.
My Nana always said, darling, don't get in front of those 18-wheelers, especially when you're going down.
Yeah, they can't
stop. And now it freaks me out to do it.
They can't stop. They cannot stop. I mean, and unfortunately, they will tear your shit up. Like most times, you're not even recognizable. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I've driven from North Florida to South Florida, going back and forth from FAMU back to home in South Florida. And, you get stuck in between two 18-wheelers and it scares the shit out of you. Like you're driving on I-75 and you got an 18-wheeler here, 18-wheeler there, and your little car stuck in there. You don't know if they see you or not.
Oh, that's like I-35 too, with all the construction on it, and you're stuck between two 18-wheelers. I will haul ass just to get out of their way. Absolutely.
Or I'll slow the fuck down behind them, because even when they slam, again, their first instinct, I'm quite sure, is to try to swerve at some point. Like they'll rather sacrifice the freight versus, killing someone. But I think that
but 110 years,
that's excessive.
Because I swear that someone just took a loaded gun over state lines and killed multiple people. And I feel like he did not get any time in jail.
No, he got to pick his own jury.
That's so crazy.
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. His mom, he didn't go over state lines. His mom drove him
over state lines.
Yeah. And then this young kid, that's excessive. So Colorado truckers, or not Colorado specifically, but truckers all over are saying that they are not moving freight from in and out of Colorado, but they're standing in solidarity with this young man. So
capitalism will win. So
every time,
they'll get those trucks moving.
Yeah,
I will be in Colorado in a week, so I need this all cleared up. Thank you.
Oh, cool. I was actually supposed to go to Colorado. My cousin and I had planned a trip to go. She's still going, but
you're not gonna go?
No, it's been a lot that's been going on this past week.
Where in Colorado?
Denver.
That's where I'm gonna be for 2 days.
Really?
We could have flown out together.
I know,
man.
I know. Next time. I really wanted to go to Colorado and ski and all that, and make French fries and pizza.
Oh,
with the skis.
Yep.
Yeah.
My family is skiing and snowboarding, and I was told by my mother, you better think again with your back.
Oh yeah, please don't go there and fuck your back up.
I won't.
You ain't got no PTO for that.
Tell me about it. One of our my coworker, your old coworker, just went on a trip and she hurt her ankle.
Oh God.
So she's on leave, and I was like, I've been trying to get FMLA for like 6 months, and this bitch can go on a trip.
She probably faking it. Faking ass.
She was on one hike, breaks her foot, and gets off for 4 weeks. Damn it.
That's a damn
so maybe
shame.
I will go skiing in Colorado.
See, because I work from home, I can't do that. Come here, put your foot up.
I'm gonna come back with a TLSO.
Please don't. Oh my God. You order me one from Amazon, please? Sure. Of course I can.
Oh man. They're like, it's a hairline fracture. Out of work. I cannot go.
No, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Well, also in the news, speaking of fucking up some shit, Joe Biden. Joe Biden. This bitch. Joe, I was rooting for you. Actually, I wasn't. Here's the thing. So he recently announced this past week that he is indeed not going to extend student loan repayback, right?
That is hateful, suspension. Joe. It's hateful.
And when asked about this $10,000, he over here reneging.
He said 10 what?
Punk ass nigga. But anyway, yeah. So
here's the thing. COVID is kicking back up, my friend.
I hope they shut this shit down again. Shut it down.
I cannot pay the loans, sir. I cannot pay them.
I couldn't pay it
I couldn't pay it when I took them out 10 years ago. I can't pay them now.
This is why I'm calling on every hacker in the United States of America. I'm not trying to convince you to commit a crime, but I am giving you suggestions about what your next strategy should be.
Saying, if you're already going to commit the crime.
Thank you.
Help us out.
You're not going to get caught. They still don't know who's behind it.
You're telling me this country is still functioning with no one paying their loans for the last year.
This is what I'm saying.
I think we'll be okay.
Sally got enough money. She knew a 19... Shame on you, Sally, for giving a 19-year-old all this goddamn money when you knew we didn't have a fucking job.
All I wanted was a better life. All I wanted was an education.
That was your badass investment. And I finished my degree. I should be rewarded for that with free education.
I doubled down and I got another degree.
Thank you. I have 4 degrees, Sally. I don't even need these shits.
Do you know how many black women in higher education there are?
Thank you.
More now, but not a lot.
We are a hot commodity.
That's what I'm saying.
Sally, if you're looking at this damn podcast.
I mean, mine are Fed loans, but still, I'll blame Sally. I'll blame whoever's going to pay the shit off.
Mine started with Sally, then Fed loan took over. So Fed loan, you're in there too.
Straight at the government. That was my bad. But in my defense, I wanted to go to college.
I mean, I didn't want to go, but I had to go in order to become what I became, and then I still don't even want this fucking degree. So you can have it back, really.
College made me a depressed alcoholic with severe ADHD. So if anything, I should be getting paid. Where are my rewards for making it through and graduating?
Pain and suffering. This should be my damages. Pain and suffering.
That's what I'm saying. And now I'm working in the corporate American structure of a hospital.
With shitty leadership. So, you know.
Reparations.
That's all I'm saying.
So, I don't want 40 acres and a mule. I want like 40,000 of my loans taken off and a house paid off.
I want my land too. I want it all.
Yeah, I want my house. I want it all. And I want 40K off.
Yeah, no, I want 200K off.
Well, I'd like that, but I just feel like that's a reach. You made me reach.
Hell, he won't even give you 10,000. And then what was so funny was one of Biden's somebody from his team, whatever, was on the Breakfast Club, and they were just talking about Charlamagne asked him, was like, so what's going on with this $10,000 that he promised? He's like, well, you know, here's what he has done. Bitch, that's not what we're asking you.
Answer the question, Joe.
What is going on with the 10,000? You're talking about, well, he's cleared $5 billion. You did that for people who are disabled. You were supposed to do that anyway. You bastards. How you gonna sit here and make people who are disabled and can't work pay for their own student loans? That's stupid.
Get out.
You didn't do nothing for nobody.
Nope.
That should have been an automatic. So yeah, Joe Biden. And the thing is, people are just like, see, and y'all voted for Joe Biden. Here's the thing: we had nobody else. Who the fuck? We were gonna put the orange idiot back in the White House? Fuck no. He wasn't paying off no loans either. So people are just like, see, y'all over here. Nobody liked Biden.
Chance with the Dem. We had a better chance of the loans paid off with the Dem.
Nobody liked Biden who voted for him. Okay, let's make that very clear. Not a single Democrat in this entire country actually liked Joe Biden as a candidate. He was what we had left. That's it.
It's closing time.
It's closing time, and that's just what we got. That's what we got. So,
Speaking of him, did you see Kamala Harris on with Charlamagne?
Oh, I did.
Woo! Yo, I've never seen her look more black in my entire life.
Listen, Kamala forgot she was the vice president.
Her name is now Kamala.
Yeah, and it's Joe Biden. And it's Joe Biden. And I'm the vice president, Kamala Harris. And I was like, Kamala, your neck. It's
when the hand and the neck in synchronicity.
Listen, Charlamagne pulled her ratchet side right on out. And I'm like, Kamala, it shouldn't be that easy to pull you back out of that way. That her Southeast Asian side came right on out.
I said, ma'am, he's a troll. He is an internet troll personality. This is his job. I don't know who your PR person is or who
Simone
prepped you.
Simone said, just get your girl.
So I don't know who prepped you for this interview, but you should have known good and goddamn well he was going to come for your neck, and he was just going to try to push every button he could, and he did.
Listen, that Jamaican flag came up out of her ass real quick. Your bomba glide. I bet you that's what she wanted to say to him. But Simone Sanders, get your girl. Get your girl. Oh my God.
Not a good week for the White House.
No, definitely not. I'm like, Kamala, you gonna get enough of defending that motherfucker. You already treading on thin ice with the black community anyway. Again, you are our only choice. Ain't nobody want you in there either. I said that from the very beginning. I didn't like her. It was what we had left.
I just feel like the closer we get to having black people run this country, the closer black people get to making them like us less and less.
Listen, Obama was the whitest black man you gonna ever get in the White House.
That's what they needed.
That's it. And because Joe Biden,
it's called palatable.
And Joe Biden's not gonna run for president again. So I don't know if Kamala's trying to set that up, but you doing that? I think that took you out the race,
It's the
baby.
neck, girl. It's all in the neck. You gotta calm that down.
And put your hands down. But you already know in corporate America, black people, put your hand down. You can't use your hands. It's threatening. They already look at you.
You're too aggressive.
You're loud. You're bullying, berating, condescending, and disrespectful. Can't do it.
Doesn't matter how laid your hair is.
Very true. Take a book from Michelle. When they go high, go to hell. I'm kidding. She went to hell that day with Charlemagne. Anyway, speaking of some other political stuff that's going on, not necessarily political, but just in the news. Remember Kim Potter? Our friend who shot and killed Dante Wright in the traffic stop. Anyway, her trial is underway, and of course she was on the stand and using her white tears to try to get off.
Never seen a person blink so much to try to elicit emotion from their eyes.
Most white women do that,
but it was just blink, 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 blink.
Yeah.
Like she was praying for a tear, any kind of precipitation from those eyes.
She should have put some Visine eye drops
or
in or
something. Someone cut an onion for this woman.
Yeah, seriously, it was Kyle Rittenhouse, he did the same thing, so maybe she'll get off. Who knows? Black men have not had justice in this country for a very long time, ever. So she probably will get off now. Pretty much. Also to did you hear that Kraft, the company that makes like cheese?
I don't even know what you're gonna say. I don't know what's gonna leave your mouth, but I cannot let you talk trash about Kraft mac and cheese.
No, I'm not talking. No, I love Kraft because I'm not a vegan, but I'm a vegetarian, but I'm not a vegan. No, they are literally telling people with this holiday season. I don't know what has happened between Thanksgiving and now, but apparently Kraft is having a little shortage, right? And so they're literally begging people and paying people not to make cheesecakes this season.
Why?
I guess it's a shortage.
What does Kraft have to do with cheesecake?
Because they make cream cheese, sour cream.
They make Philadelphia cream cheese?
Yeah.
That's Kraft?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that. No.
Let's look that up real quick.
That's a quick little Google search.
But even cheese, though. Macaroni and cheese. I mean, I want to say that's Kraft.
Kraft Philadelphia.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is. That makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Kraft Heinz. Oh, they own a lot of shit then.
Yeah, Kraft is a huge company. So, yeah, they're asking people.
Wait, I like cheesecake.
Yeah, they will literally pay you not to make a cheesecake.
I wonder why there's a cheesecake shortage. Cow shortage?
Well, remember that like a few months ago, people were a lot of farmers were coming out saying that the government was behind the shortage and they were asking them or telling them that they needed to kill a lot of their livestock and all that kind of stuff. So I wonder if it's because of that as well, too, if that's a ripple effect, allegedly, for the protection of the podcast. But yeah. So,
I love cheesecake.
I just made one for Thanksgiving.
What's your favorite cheesecake?
New York style.
Ooh, basic.
What's wrong with that?
Basic.
What's yours?
I like the tuxedo cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. I love a key lime cheesecake. I also love like a candy bar cheesecake situation.
One of my old college classmates, shouts out to Winton. A guy, right, who bakes. This man literally made me a Snickers cheesecake in PT school. Shouts out to Winton. It was amazing. It was so good. And it wasn't like too rich where it was just like, too much. It was so good. He's the only man that I've ever seen like make a real really good cheesecake.
I like the cheesecake with like raspberry. I like raspberry cheesecake.
I like cherry cheesecakes.
Oh, I don't like cherry.
Yeah, really? Mm-hmm. But Comstock cherries.
What does that mean?
They're just like more high fructose corn syrup.
They're worser for you.
Exactly.
Ooh, have you ever watched Friends? Did you watch Friends?
Yeah.
The cheesecake episode where they keep getting that cheesecake delivered to the house? Oh, it makes me want cheesecake every time.
Cheesecake is really good.
I'm going to have to go buy a cheesecake today.
My mom taught me how to make her cheesecake because everybody loves her cheesecake. And it's not her recipe, but she's when you've been making something for so long and it's your signature, exactly. Girl. So she passed the torch to me, and I keep trying to give it back. And she's like, "Oh no!" So when anybody asks her, like, "Oh, you gonna make me a cheesecake?" She's like, "Monica knows how to do that now." And I'm like, I see why you hate like making cheesecake.
I feel like it's a labor of love.
It really is, and it's an old school recipe. Like it's not like you don't put this shit in the fridge to chill and all, or the freezer. No. You bake this shit like. Yeah, and you gotta fold it over, and then you gotta make your meringue, and it's a lot.
Damn, I really do be liking cheesecake. Cheesecake really I can't go to Cheesecake Factory and leave without a piece of cheesecake.
No, that defeats.
What is the point?
Exactly. Exactly. What were you telling me about Meg Thee Stallion this week? Oh, Jesus.
Remember that one time that man allegedly shot her in the foot? Yes. And we rose up as a people and we decided he was canceled.
Protect black women.
That's what I'm saying. That's the kind of cancel culture I'm here for. That trial is playing out. Everyone's coming and telling their stories.
Okay.
And it is just unfolding. It's just like one thing after another. I thought we were going to have a cut and dry situation here.
Well, what's been coming out?
So, so in the car when all this happened, it was Meg Thee Stallion, he who shall not be named.
Exactly.
Torbell Lanes.
Mm-hmm. I thought you said you weren't going to name him. You just said
named him.
Yeah.
And then her friend, whose name I can't remember.
I think her friend's involved in some kind of way.
So now it's coming out because everyone was saying that one detective said that Tory Lanez had told Meg Thee Stallion to dance right before he shot her in the foot.
This is all alleged.
This is what I'm seeing on the webs. Mm-hmm. That he had said allegedly dance right before he shot her in the foot.
Yeah.
Allegedly, her and her friend were having a fight right before this whole thing happened. Allegedly, her friend has been in communication a la those prison phones with Tory Lanez, and those conversations are all recorded. And all the bullet fragments that were removed from Meg's foot have disappeared.
But it was confirmed that bullet fragments were removed. That's enough evidence right there. If this does not
become an HBO documentary in the next 5 years, I will be extremely upset.
But here's the thing that I think... first of all, I think it's unfortunate that this young lady has to relive this whole situation all over again, right?
But she is still twerking like there's no tomorrow. So I don't know what PT, I don't know what, but she paid good money.
Well, not even that too. She just accomplished something amazing and just graduated from college. Then now has to deal with this roller coaster of events. Here's my thing. I don't give a shit if Meg Thee Stallion cussed you out, took your lace front off your head, whatever. That still does not justify shooting someone in a closed vehicle with a gun.
Also,
that's all I'm saying.
I don't even want to be in the vehicle where a gun is being fired.
No.
That's stupid.
I don't even want to be and I do want to be in a car with a gun. Yes. But in the glove compartment, it needs to be where it needs to be, away. But you should not be out. First of all, why is it out is my question. What are y'all doing that a gun
I
needs to be
don't know, but
out?
I don't like that she calls him while he's in prison and those phone calls.
But that's her friend. And I'm like, if that's your friend, why is your friend flipping? That's a problem for me.
Also, ma'am, everyone knows that shit's recorded. Everyone knows they're recording.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a lot
more stuff. Watch one episode of 48 Hours.
I honestly, I bet you her friend probably shot her, allegedly. I think it's the friend who did it.
That would be easy from the back seat. Bop.
I think she did it. Or maybe both of them did it. Who knows?
Who knows? It could be a joint thing. Maybe he had the gun out. She reached over from the back seat. I'll show you how to twerk, bitch. Bop.
I think
you wouldn't be shit without me. Bop, bop.
Because the friend been doing too much talking. Like, you know how somebody's like, oh, I didn't eat a chocolate chip from the chocolate chip cookie jar. And it's like, I asked you about bread. What the fuck are you talking about? She just keep talking. I think she has something to do with it.
Chips.
Exactly. I definitely think she has something to do with it.
I'm all the way logged in.
Well, that's crazy.
Speaking of crazy shit, have you seen all the Marilyn Manson stuff that's been coming out?
No.
He just got served with a search warrant. Remember not a long time ago, probably like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
All of these women came forward and said they were abusing him, and Evan Rachel Wood was.
They were abusing him, or he was
abused by him.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be fun if he was the one being abused?
Sorry.
Abuse isn't fun. Never mind. We don't subscribe to that on this podcast. Sorry. Are you done?
Sorry. I had to sneeze.
So I finally took it upon myself to figure out what the hell was going on with all of that.
See, now you're coughing.
I know, now I'm coughing. So supposedly in his apartment there was this glass soundproof box that he called the woman's torture chamber, the bad girls room, the rape room, and all these people knew about it. And he would, if girls were allegedly bad or did something bad, he would leave them in there. He'd banish them in there. They wouldn't eat. He would hit them and send them into this room and lock them in there. All this crazy shit.
Why does that turn people on? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Why does torture turn you? Why do you get off on torturing people?
It's something up here. It's a control thing.
Oh,
it's like a humiliation and control thing. Also, his name is Brian. Did you know that?
Marilyn Manson's name is Brian?
I know. It turns the whole thing on its head.
What is his last name? McGillicuddy?
It might as well be.
Brian McGillicuddy?
Ew.
God almighty.
Doesn't it just when you look at him and see Marilyn Manson, you're like, ugh. When you look at him and see Brian, I'm like, ew, God.
That's weird.
I would never. Yeah, he's
not gonna
crazy.
name my son Brian.
No,
then.
don't.
No.
Brian with an I. Brian with a Y, we're still open to. I know.
That's weird. Oh my God.
But supposedly, so Evan Rachel Wood kind of started this whole thing off. She's one who was engaged to him and then broke it off and said that he had been physically and emotionally abusing her. But she said that allegedly he was grooming her since she was a teenager, and she was super emotionally and psychologically dependent on him and all this crazy shit. Oh, so and all these other teenagers who are now older people said when they were teenagers, they would go over to his house and just weird shit.
Where were their mothers? Where were their parents?
That's showbiz, baby.
Drew Barrymore, this young lady was like, 9 when she went to her first adult club, and she turned out perfectly fine. She has a whole TV show. I'm not saying that she didn't have a drug addiction.
I just had this conversation. So, have you seen Christmas Castle on Netflix?
That sounds like a chick flick.
It is a chick flick. I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying I watched it. If you're into Christmas movies, if you're in a Hallmark movie, if you like Brooke Shields, watch the movie. Anyway, Drew Barrymore is in it for a touch, and she's like, she plays herself on her talk show. And I was sitting there, and I told my mom, I'm like, I'm so proud of Drew Barrymore.
She is amazing.
And she was like, why? Like, what happened? And I was like, I'm just saying, she came from, her parents were crazy, and she was thrust into this horrible lifestyle. She was addicted to drugs. And
first of all, she survived a marriage with Tom Green. That's enough. I'm just saying.
Wasn't going to go there.
Don't judge me for putting water in there, but... I put too much creamer in there, so it's very sugary. That's why I keep drinking this. People are like, why is she drinking water and hot chocolate? Because I put too much goddamn creamer in it, and it's too sugary.
It's called diabetes, and it's a very serious health condition. I love Drew Barrymore.
That's better.
But isn't that crazy, all that shit going on with him? So he just got served with a search warrant for his house for all these sexual
That's insane.
allegations.
That is insane. Well, on a more positive note, there was a young man, his name's Travis Hunter. He is a star football player in high school. I think he was like the number one player in the United States or whatever for high school football. He was actually, I guess, rumored to be committing with Florida State University. However, at the very last minute, he decided to throw the FSU hat and pick up the Jackson State University hat, which is an HBCU.
Blacks.
Shouts out to, let me hit that again. Woo! Jackson State University. Woo! Don't you say you know. That's Howard. Because I felt it coming on.
That's my favorite thing to say.
What are Howard's colors?
Blue.
And?
White.
And?
Red.
Yeah.
Are they really?
You know? Oh my God. So you would have went to Howard? You would have been. What's their mascot?
The Ruby Huxtubales.
The Ruby Huxtubales, not Rudy.
It's copyright infringement.
It's an animal.
Foxes.
Wolves. Bison.
Ruby
Huxtables. I'm from Howard University, home of the Ruby Huxtables. What the fuck? I hate you so much.
I'm trying my best out here.
You definitely gonna be plus forever.
Just let me belong, please.
You know, you saw life. I'm so proud of you. And at least you got their colors right.
I did.
But yes, that was funny. But anyway, yes.
Dude, that's awesome.
Shouts out to, I love the fact that black athletes are understanding out here that these white universities, they don't want you like the blacks do. Okay? Keep it with your own. Represent. Go with your own. It's okay. But I thought that was amazing. What were you telling me about the Can We Talk challenge with Tank?
Can we talk?
There's a fucking helicopter flying over stuff.
And I want to know your name. Anybody know that song?
Of course. That you were probably a baby when that song came out.
Yeah, I don't. What year do you think that song came out?
I would say probably 1996, 95.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't conceived to it. That's good.
I hope you weren't conceived to a Tevin Campbell song.
That would explain so much. How do I know when a song came out?
Just put on there. When did Can We Talk come out?
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't ask Siri.
I know. I thought I could do this on my own. When did?
It's probably 95.
93. I could have been conceived to this song.
Oh yeah, you were born in 94. That's right.
94. There is a challenge going around.
Yeah.
Hashtag Can We Talk challenge. Mm-hmm. Where people are singing the song. And so Tank went on. I'll play you.
Who's my all-time favorite?
You do talk about
singer.
Tank a lot.
I absolutely love Tank.
So Tank went on and
I just love his vocal cords.
His rendition.
Are you gonna play it?
I'll give you a little taste.
You can't sing this full chest, no microphone, no reverb, no auto-tune, no nothing. You're not a real R&B singer. You know what I'm saying? Done. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
Okay, he sounds great. The internet is not excited. Because immediately they started a petition.
Really? Who started a petition?
They started a mute tank and the hashtag Can We Talk challenge.
Why?
I just need to read you.
Oh, Jesus.
I need to read
Please
you the
give me the
petition.
specifics.
It says, we, the people, would like to mute, cease, and or prevent Tank from further damaging his vocal cords, the little bit he does have left, and any other participants of the hashtag Can We Talk challenge, hashtag No We Damn Can't, who fails to possess the range of the Tevin Campbell.
Here's the thing. Tevin Campbell right now does not have the vocal range of the Tevin Campbell in 1993. His Adam's apple probably ain't dropped in 1993.
Well, then Tevin Campbell went on Instagram and said, how y'all gonna ask the originator to join the challenge? He doesn't even want to sing. He doesn't even want to sing this song.
Because he can't sing it. This man was probably, what, 17, 16 when he made that damn song? That man is a full-grown ass man. You can see his Adam's apple. That shit dropped. He can't sing like that.
Ooh.
And first of all, Tank has amazing range, but it's all in his head. Like, literally, he's so nasally. Like, most men can't sing in high ranges like that. But there are a lot of men who can. But I think
when they're 13.
That's very true. That's the range you have at 13 is not the same as the thing in your 30s. But I think it's a great challenge because, too, I think this all came about what's his name? Jacuzzi. Jacquees. I will forever call him Jacuzzi. If people who used to listen to Ricky Smiley's prank calls, you know what Jacuzzi is with that damn gopher rat. Anyway, because it was like a gopher rat. They were trying to evict her because it was a gopher rat or something in her house. And she was like, my name is not no goddamn Jacuzzi. It's Jacquees. So that's why I call Jacuzzi. Anyway, but yeah, when he sang the national anthem, it sounded a hot damn mess. Hot ass mess. Sir, shut up. You ain't no goddamn king of R&B. So I think that's too where that sparked that from. Because again, if you cannot stand flat-footed and sing, you ain't no real singer. Now, could I do that challenge? Yes, because I'm a woman. I have a higher range than most men.
You should do the challenge.
No. I saw some people doing that stuff and I was just like, shut up. Please. Your friends are not your friends if your friends can't tell you that you sound a fucking mess. Some people who think they can sing, some people may think I can't sing, and that's fine. I don't care about that. I'm not trying to be a singer. That's the difference. But when you get here and you do this, woo, 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 and then you listen back to it, I know you hear that you're off. And if you don't hear that you off, that's an indication that you don't need to do this challenge because clearly you're tone deaf. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man!
Anything I post, I literally play it back and I'm like, does this sound? Do I need to re-record? Okay. But anyway.
Well, they have 40 signatures, so
40.
They're trying to get to 100.
They're probably like all Barry White sounding men who just like, I can't get up there. I'm in the wrong key. I think that was a great challenge though for R&B singers, for male R&B singers, because the women have really been taking over for a hot minute, and they haven't been letting it go. Jasmine Sullivan, what's her name? Summer Walker, Ari Lennox.
We love a Summer and Allie, a Snow Allegra.
Allie. You said Allie.
Ari.
Ari Lennox. I was like, who is that?
You know, the issue of having a stroke, like I have multiple times.
No, you don't. Don't say that.
No, I don't.
Do not say
pray that over my life.
Please don't. Please don't. All right. Well, let's get into some more stuff. Anything? What's happening in social media or whatever? I lost my train of thought. That's why I couldn't.
I was just like that.
I just let it go. I was like,
what we just talked about.
Or not social media. I'm sorry.
We did that part. Shit. I don't know. Hold on. Let me figure something out real quick.
I meant to say, what have you been watching? That's what I meant to say. It's because I put water in my hot chocolate. That's why.
Oh, okay. Well, I watched the new Spider-Man movie that you don't care about.
Yeah, I just don't like Spider-Man.
I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
The ending is the same.
It's Spider-Man No Way Home. That's the one that
didn't they have a movie with like multiple Spider-Mans in one movie?
So I'm not spoiling anything happening.
Okay.
Are you talking about the Spider-Verse movie?
I don't know.
The cartoon?
There's just too many.
There's a lot of
They did have a black one, and of course they made his ass but they made him into a cartoon. You're fucking racist. I hate that. The one time you give a black Spider-Man, he's got to be a goddamn cartoon with a fucking hot top fade.
Yeah, so for me, Spider-Man is always Tobey Maguire. That's my Spider-Man. That's why I remember Spider-Man.
That was the one with
Kirsten Dunst. Yes, Upside Down Kiss.
Churros.
Iconic.
Okay, we get it.
Let me say it again. Iconic. And then he was emo that one time when he was dark Spider. Come on, he has a range, a spider range. That man,
like a Can We Talk challenge range. Okay.
Yeah, truly. Then there was Andrew Garfield, and we just love Emma Stone so much, and he's so tall and cool. That was a fun time for us, but he's not my Spider-Man. And then Tom Holland, also very cute, very charming. He's shorter, so we don't know how we feel about it. But Zendaya, we love, and she's in all those movies.
Awesome.
Okay, I know you were very interested in my Spider-Man allegory.
You're very excited about it. I'm just gonna sit here and listen. That's what a good co-host does.
Thank you. Well, if you're ever interested in it, you should watch them. They're cute.
I did watch the first one with Tobey Maguire.
That's the only Spider-Man you've ever seen?
Yeah, because I don't like Spider-Man. I don't like.
Why? What's wrong with Spider-Man?
I don't know. He's just. It's just the story is not exciting. It's like
he's a boy who gets bit by a spider and gets powers.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
And the ending is always the same. He's never gonna die. Somebody's gonna he's gonna almost die, and then he's gonna live and
that's
bullshit.
Every superhero.
Not necessarily. They
what do you mean?
Better plots.
Who?
Wolverine. Logan.
The DC universe is not the same.
The DC is great though. I love DC. I love DC and Marvel. Even Captain America is more exciting. They have better villains. I'm just saying.
Anyway, if you like Spider-Man. I think you should go see the new Spider-Man movie. It was very good.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any previews for it, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But once you're there sitting in it, it was really cute. There were a lot of surprises. I gasped. It caught me. It wasn't like the best movie I've ever seen.
I gasped.
It's pretty good. Also, now that Tom Holland and Zendaya are out about their dating, I love it even more because everything they do is so super cute.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I love a short white man dating a tall, beautiful mixed woman. So that's the future.
You're living vicariously through Zendaya.
I mean, I would never, but yes.
Okay, well, all right.
I'm also not rich and beautiful, so
You are beautiful. You're just not rich.
Damn
Yet.
Yeah,
don't aim to be rich. Aim to be wealthy.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. You hear that?
What does Buffy say? Not the Vampire Slayer. Buffy exactly from she was on Married to Medicine. She said, "Rich jingle jangles, wealth is silent."
Ooh.
Crawl before you ball. I like Buffy. She's funny.
What is Buffy a nickname for?
I think that's really her name. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Buffy Purcell. Purcell. Anyway,
I've been watching that. I watched Christmas Castle on Netflix.
Awesome.
Brooke Shields is in it. If you're wanting a Christmas movie, that's a good one to go for. Super cute. Very typical lady who doesn't know what the fuck's going on in her life. All this shit's happening. She has to fly
to a small town.
Flies to Scotland, buys a castle.
She
finds love. Exactly.
It's the same.
I finished Sex Life of College Girls. Is that what it's called? Gorgeous, Gorgeous Girls. Love Soup. Is that what it's Sex Life of College Girls? Is that what it's called?
I don't watch porn.
My bad. Well, I just found out that one of the girls in it is Timothée Chalamet's sister, and I didn't know that.
Who is Timothée Chalamet?
Are you kidding? It is hard to do this show with you sometimes. It is honestly difficult. I read an article.
It's because you know why we work though? Because you take me to the white world and I take you to the black world.
But it's Timothée Chalamet. Everyone knows Timothée Chalamet.
Who is Timothée Chalamet? If you know Timothée Chalamet, put right in the comments if you know this man.
I'm so upset. He's the guy from The Stuff.
Put a T in the comments. He's the guy from the what?
He's the guy from The Stuff.
The Stuff? Is that a movie? Or you just ran out of thought?
I just don't know what you would know him from. This man, you ever seen this man?
No, I've never seen that child in my life. Who the fuck is that?
He was in Dune with Zendaya. You never seen? No? Nothing?
Did I see? I saw Dune.
He was the main character in Dune. Oh my God.
I saw Dune.
Yeah, I know.
He was the son.
Yes.
Nope.
Okay, anyway. Well, he's got a sister, and she's in the show that I watched.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I started watching Selling Tampa, which is the black version of Selling Sunset.
I don't like shows like that. Tampa, Florida.
First of all, when I turned it on, I was like, "What the fuck's in Tampa?"
Exactly.
But ma'am,
Busch Gardens. That's about it.
These women are selling $1 million properties in Tampa.
Oh, it is Florida though. It's Florida.
But they were
it's probably in the hood.
They were like, Drew Brees has a house here, and this person has a house here, and this person has a house here.
In Tampa? Who the fuck buys a house in Tampa? Now you said Miami. Yes, I believe that.
Yeah, no, Tampa.
Wow.
I know nothing about Florida. I was going to say geography.
Oh.
So I can't tell you anything about it.
It's on the west coast of Florida.
Okay, but I'm just here for the show makes me wish I had a black name.
No.
I know. My mom was protecting me from...
Yes, from discrimination.
Resume discrimination.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But come on. I could have been... There's a Joanna. There's a Chenille. There's a... What is her name? Colony? Is that her name?
Colony? Really?
I'm telling you, we could have really had some fun.
Oh my God. No. Be happy your name's Alyssa. So nobody knows what color you are when you apply for a job.
But it's just, I'm not hooked sold, but I'm getting there. I'm riding this wave. I usually don't like shows like that either. It's just like catty women doing catty things.
And y'all are too professional to be doing all of that. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's really an aspirational show is why I'm watching it.
Because then it taints their brand, I feel like.
Yeah. But these women are just selling these multi-million-dollar homes, and I'm like, I could do that. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm just getting a look at the houses I'm going to buy soon in Tampa.
It's just like going on Zillow and you're like, nope, I want this house.
Exactly.
And when that house sells, you're like, God damn it, somebody bought my house. You didn't have $2 million to buy the house in the first place. I liked it
with good intentions.
Exactly. Like, damn it, they stole my house.
Yeah, and it's just because like a lot of them are ex-married, which I think we say divorced.
That would probably be the
a lot of them are divorced with children, but some of them are like single, ready to mingle. So they're like selling these houses to these wealthy men, but like trying to find a husband. It's just so good. It's just quality. I'm really enjoying it.
I'll pass.
So Selling Tampa for everybody out there. My friend Julia recommended it. Shouts out to Julia.
Shouts out to Julia. You know I never make a fool of you.
What is that from?
Deliverance from Evil. With the guy who was trying to be a rapper. Why everybody keeps saying, 40, you're pretty late to be starting rapping. Why everybody keep saying that? Julia, you want to make a phone. Hey, wait, hey, psst, hey. Anyway, whole nother talk show. That was a funny movie. Anyway, I actually started, I finished in less than 24 hours. The Witcher came back on for a second season on Netflix. So if you guys like period pieces, witches, warlocks, all that kind of stuff, it's a really good series. They're only on the second season, so you got plenty of time to catch up. And the second season came out actually Friday. I finished it by Saturday afternoon.
If you haven't watched the first season and then you start watching it, keep with it. I fell asleep 3 times during the first episode.
Yes, the third episode of the first season is literally where you get hooked. So it is a little slow. It kind of jumps around a little bit, but trust me, by the third episode, you will be like, "Oh my God, I cannot put this show down."
Don't get caught up on the details of the first 2 episodes. You're not going to get it. No one's going to get it unless you play the video game. Which why would you? You know?
I didn't even know there was a video game.
There is. That's where it started.
The man is gorgeous, though.
Henry Cavill. Are you kidding me?
He is. Oh my God.
Well, I'd do anything for him. Superman.
When I saw how he looked like outside, I was like, "Get the white hair again, dude! Like you look so much better with the white hair."
You like him better with the white hair? Mm-hmm. I like him as Superman.
I don't.
Actually, I like him as a man from U.N.C.L.E. Did you watch that movie?
No.
He's a spy.
He is the perfect Witcher. Like his body, the hair, the eyes, everything. Gorgeous man. As the Witcher with the white hair. But anyway.
White hair Witcher.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Anything else we want to discuss before we go into the Rehab Corner real quick?
No. You watched anything else? I'm trying to think if I watched anything else. Insecure. We can talk about that in Rehab Corner.
Oh, yeah. We finished Insecure. It comes back on to that. They only have a few more episodes left.
I just would like to say before we go on.
Okay.
How is Issa going to play us like this with this dream sequence in that last episode?
Yo, she was pissing me off with that. I was like, stop doing that.
First of all, I love Kofi Siriboe so much, and I love that he's in the season.
He's a gorgeous man.
I love that man. Love him. She can't give me this dream sequence with Nathan and me finally start being okay with them being together.
I'm still not okay.
Lawrence, she just fucking runs up in there at the end. And they, oh, man.
First of all, him and Condola, like, I get it, y'all are co-parents and everything, but Lawrence, don't you ever offer to fold no damn clothes at her house.
This is why so many baby daddies and mamas keep hooking up with each other randomly. Shit like this, because she's so tired. And he's like, let me build a shelf for you. Let me fold your laundry. He knows what he's doing.
When else would you have built a shelf? You would have figured it out, Condola. So stop. Okay? Stop.
He knows what he's doing.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, I'm happy you're in the shut up.
See, I would have actually liked it better if she would have just had the baby and not told him until like the child was like 2 or 3 years old.
And then he would have come into after him and Issa were set up.
They would have been married by now. And then they would have just stayed together.
That's a more realistic situation.
That really is.
Stupid. This is so stupid.
I hate it. But one thing I really want to talk about, and we're already in the rehab corner if you can't tell. Is that so Molly's mom on the show, and I'm not laughing about this. I'm just laughing because it's so fake. Anyway, Molly's mom on the show had a stroke, right?
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote. And goes into this coma for a few days, and she can't talk, barely has any oxygen in her nose. And I'm like, this is why I hate fucking medical shit on shows, because it
was the fake. Weirdest portrayal of a stroke Seriously. I've ever seen.
See, and then all of a sudden now she's home, has no damn deficit. She ain't even walking with a cane or nothing.
Kikiing with Kelly.
Exactly. I'm like, can we get a timeline?
Probably for like an episode. She had the stroke, and for an episode and a half, she was in this coma. No one knew what was going on with her, and I was like, I don't think.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's not giving CVA to me.
With no O2. If you're in a coma, why don't you have any supplemental oxygen?
Ma'am,
just in case you stop breathing. Exactly. No monitor. Like, come on. Hire me as your like medical liaison, because Jesus, make it look real that she's really in the neuro ICU.
She's not limping. There's no arm weakness. She's not slurring no speech.
Where was the neurologist?
That's what I'm saying.
You didn't even have an MRI up on the. You didn't even have an MRI up on the screen. Like,
no, he did, because he was. Remember when he said we looked at the scans and she may have all these deficits, right? And I was like, how the fuck is he gonna know that from the scans?
Exactly. You won't know it. Listen, neurology is a whole big question mark. As brilliant as the neurologists that work at my previous job, the job she currently works at, especially one in particular, his answer for everything was, just need more time.
Because you don't
know. Neurology is a big question mark.
Everybody's brain is different and responds to different things, and you can have two people with the same exact stroke, and one is completely wiped out and one is doing pretty okay.
Absolutely.
But you know what he's never said to me? Well, we looked at the scans and she's gonna have a hard recovery.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. He's like, because sometimes you look at the scan and you're like, this person should be
dead, and they're talking
way worse off than they are. There's little baby strokes all over the place, and you're like, I'm gonna go into that room and it's gonna be a mess. And they're sitting up by themselves. They're like, hey, what's up? My name's so and so, and I'm here because I had a massive stroke.
Oh, you'll ask the doctor for clearance, like, hey, can we go and see this patient? And he just, you can. They're not gonna do anything for you. They ain't doing anything for me. And then they end up walking and talking. You're just like, wow, PT works.
Yeah. So when she asked the doctor, or when Molly was talking to the doctor in the show, and he was like, oh, I don't know,
so fake.
I was like, this show sucks. I hate it here.
Yeah. Anytime I watch Grey's Anatomy, I'm just like, that shit ain't real. So, like, you can't even enjoy it sometimes because you see how fake it is.
Someone was trached and their trach was just like not connected to anything.
I can't remember what we were watching, but we watched it, and I was just like, that is not. If your trach is like that, you're gonna die. That shit's gonna pop right off.
The hospital has tainted me for sure.
Yeah, you can't even enjoy basic TV, like fake pretend stuff. But also too, in the Rehab Corner, speaking of unexpected things. Anyway, so I had to go to the courthouse this week.
She was arrested.
No, I was not, because I'd have to let
I arrested her.
No, I had to let my board know if I were arrested, but I was not. Anyway, I had to go to the federal courthouse this week. And so I'm in there, minding my business that pays me. And this one guy who's in there, of course, there's these two clerks that are there, two white ladies. And then I'm in there doing what I do, minding my business. And then there's this black guy that comes in. PT business. Exactly. There's this black guy that comes in, and he's just like going off on this one white lady. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is going to end bad.
Nothing feels worse than when you're in a room full of white people and there's a black person doing the most, and you're the only other black person in the room.
And you're the calm one. So of course, I'm trying to be like, hey, brother, man, let me try to help out. I'll say, hey, sir, I think what's happening is that there's a miscommunication because you're not allowing her the opportunity to speak. And it's not that she's not trying to file X, Y, and Z. Well, no, you don't understand. I'm out of it. I'm out of it.
I said what I needed to try and say.
I backed up. So long story short, the clerks ended up calling the federal agents to come down there and hem his ass right on up. So of course they walk in, these three agents, they walk in. And they look at me and they look at him and they're like, oh, two black people.
Y'all together.
So immediately we have to be together. So he's like, ma'am, are you with him? Hell no, sir. No, I'm not. He's like, well, can you go ahead and step on this side of the room for me? And I'm like, God damn, there's some shit about to go down. So of course,
she crab walks to the other side.
So of course I take my phone out and I'm just like, I'm ready to hit the camera button just in case. Because I'm just like, no justice, no peace, bitch. I know this man, he going crazy. I'm still going to protect him with my phone. So they end up, like 45 minutes later, they end up handling the situation and getting him calm. It took
that long?
It took, because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. You're not understanding, because he couldn't even get his thoughts together. You're not understanding what I'm saying, okay? Because this is, can you turn to the first page? Okay, can you see, this is illegal. This is illegal. And the lady is like, can you finish one sentence? Can you just finish one sentence?
I hate people.
The worst. So long story short, they ended up getting him out, right? So I see one of the agents, he's walking and he's limping, and the physical therapist in me can't shut it off. And so I say to him, sir, I'm not trying to be in your business, but is there a reason why you're limping? Like, did you injure yourself? He's like, no, like every time I go, like fishing, I get like this pain in my butt, and then it just like kind of goes down to my leg and da. He's like, I don't know why I'm telling you this. You're probably not a doctor. I don't know why I'm telling you this. And I was like,
well, you're a black woman. There's no way you're a doctor.
Well, he was Hispanic, so I was like, eh. So anyway, I tell him, I was like, actually, I am a physical therapist. And he was like, oh my God.
Dr.
Can you tell
Monica
me
Fleming.
Exactly. So he comes and he sits down next to me, and I do like a whole PT evaluation on
You were rubbing up on his booty, weren't you?
No, not his butt, his back of his thigh though. And so of course his other buddies are just like, are you really getting the whole PT evaluation right here in the federal court? Like, yeah, absolutely.
What else would they be doing?
They're not doing nothing else. They're waiting for. That's why all three of them came down there, because they was bored. They wasn't doing shit. I mean, who goes to the federal court to try to cause some issues when they know that there are federal agents there? So it was pretty funny. But I ended up doing a whole like a mini little PT eval. I had to give them the disclaimer. Hey, sir, I'm not your physical therapist, so anything happens when you do these stretches, I can't be held liable. Not on my license. So I didn't tell him my name either, which is great. But yeah, so that was pretty funny.
It is a cool skill set that you have as a physical therapist.
Yeah. And you can't turn it off though. You always people watching, and you're always watching people walk. So I know when I'm around people, they're always like, why is this girl staring at me? Because you literally have hip flexors and you're circumducting because you cannot dorsiflex. This is why. So you can't walk right. But if you do this and work on this exercise, maybe you can walk a little bit better.
Oh, anybody with any kind of assistive device, I'm like, using it wrong. Not adjusted.
Let me tell you what my pet peeve is. My pet peeve is when I see people walking with axillary crutches, the regular crutches.
Oh, all up in their armpits.
Do you want to paralyze your brachial plexus? Is that what are you trying to do that?
I'm like, it's not given what it's supposed to give.
I hate it. I'm just like, I don't know who taught you how to walk like this, but you're gonna die. You're not gonna die, but you're gonna hurt yourself like doing shit like that. And people with those damn knee scooters, stop giving knee scooters.
Knee scooters.
I hate them. They're the worst because people just keep crashing into stuff and they're not watching where they go. It's the worst. The worst. Mm-hmm. So needless to say, if you see me out in the streets, I'm probably more than likely gonna assess you and do a PT eval. If
you see me out in the streets, I won't do that. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't touch me.
You're your mother's child. You're gonna make friends.
That's true.
Very true.
Damn it.
It's just in you.
She's so friendly, that woman. Way more than me. I told you in high school, everyone would be like, oh, Alyssa Fowler, heard she's a bitch, but I love her mom.
Your friend, that's because she was a teacher. She had no choice but to be. But she probably hates kids.
No.
Trust me, your mother hates kids.
Probably. I need to ask her.
Any teacher, I don't care how long you've been teaching, you hate children. You love them enough to teach them, but at the core, you hate them.
She was a weird one. Someone bit her one time. She didn't even report him. She was just like,
did you go and whoop their ass?
He's going through stuff at home. No, he bit her. What do you think he's going to do to me? I'm not going to go over there.
When my aunt worked at my high school, I was just like, let somebody try my auntie. Let me hear that somebody try my auntie. I will fuck you up over my auntie.
No one ever did anything to my mom. They just hated me. That was fine. Jealous.
Yeah, while I was there, everybody knew that was my aunt and they didn't bother her.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I wish you were at my school. You could have beat people up for me.
I mean, I could be a bit intimidating at times.
All my mom did
was
just give away my food.
She gave away your food?
Yeah. She'd be like, oh, I had tacos for you, but there was a pregnant girl in my first period and she looked really hungry. I'd be like, I'm really hungry.
You can go to the cafeteria.
Yeah. She's like, you can walk your not third trimester ass down the cafeteria and get a taco.
Exactly. That is hilarious. All right. Anything else before we get out of here?
That's it. Everyone, please just make it through the holidays.
Yes. Christmas is coming up. Yes.
Christmas. We can all do it.
Christmas is this week. Y'all enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your family. No, it's not. It's this week. Yes, it is. Alyssa, let me bust your bubble because I know when I'm off work.
Is it this week?
Ma'am, the 24th is Friday.
Yo, that ain't right. That ain't right.
This week is Christmas.
I want to vomit in this microphone.
You better not. You gonna buy another one from Amazon.
Wait, Christmas is this
week. Is this week. Today's the 19th. Oh, my sister's birthday is tomorrow. Shout out to my sister, Selena. Her birthday is gonna be, it'll be yesterday. So, yeah, Monday.
Happy belated birthday, Selena.
Yes. Happy birthday.
That is insane. I can't believe Christmas is this week. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes.
Thanks for rocking with us.
I hope Santa brings you everything except for the Omarion variant. So please be safe out there.
Also, I've been looking for.
To go see the lights. Sorry.
Oh, we were. I've been looking for black Santas everywhere. I can't find them. But you know where I did see black Santas?
Hobby Lobby.
Pottery Barn.
Oh, expensive. No.
A woke black Santa.
He probably was expensive too.
He probably was like $20, and he was more like super tan.
$20 is not bad. I mean, how big was he?
It was an ornament.
Oh, an ornament for $20.
But he was black. Man. In a sea of white Santas, I found my black Santa.
Child, you better go get you some brown spray paint. Shit, $20 for a goddamn ornament. I ain't even put my tree up. I'm so bad.
Yeah, where is your tree?
I had 2 trees too that I was supposed to put up. One upstairs in my loft, and then the other one downstairs in my living room. But I just didn't have. I don't have the energy to do it.
It was always next year.
Yeah, I can always.
Or you still have the whole week.
No,
that's not gonna happen. Too close. You're kind dude. December's flying by. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I was supposed to because I'm not gonna be around my family, which sucks. But it's okay. I'll be all right. So
there's always next year.
Yeah, I guess if the world's still around. I'm kidding.
And on that note, thanks everyone for tuning in on this week's episode of The Face Off. Remember to spread love,
spread light,
and don't forget to laugh your face off.
You just gonna say stuff like that?
Ow!
Oh my god!
Oh wait, we have to do the next one. Oh god! Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.